take the vaccine. Papa, don't take the vaccine. 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 Brother, don't take the vaccine.
Dr. Malik's a warrior, you know.
Don't take the vaccine. 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 Children, don't take the vaccine. Kids, don't take the vaccine.
You are listening to the Doc Malik podcast. This show is 100% independent and fully funded by listeners like yourself. So, if you wish to support Ahmed in all that he is doing, then please subscribe to his channel on Spotify or his Substack. Or simply buy him a coffee with a one-off donation, links to which can be found at docmalik.com. Now, let's get on with the show.
Feel it?
But I love it. I love the fact you got fire inside you, and you know you got passion, you got fire in your belly. This is exactly what we need.
Yes, sir.
But listen, you don't sound like a typical Londoner. Where are you originally
Jamaican.
from? You're Jamaican.
Born Jamaican and live in England for a while.
You know, but it's funny. Like I was told recently, hey, Doc, you should go back to where you came from. Right?
Yeah, I was kind of told that as well.
Were you told that as well?
But it was not in that way. It was a bit, because the people who know me, they're very careful of saying that to me. You know, they can get away with saying that to a lot of people and it would stick, because they know what I did for every single person in this country and worldwide during lockdown.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. But Remeece, if you want to go back far enough, you could argue you're not from Jamaica.
Yeah, I'm African.
You're African.
I'm an Akan tribe.
Akan. Wow, you actually know what tribe? Because a lot of people in North America don't even know where in Africa they were from.
Yeah, I did a lot of research on that. Akan and I got a bit of Nigerian Igbo in me as well.
Where's Akan?
I'll look more Igbo. But yeah, Akan is Ghana.
So Ghana
it's
and
Ghanaian and Nigerian, yeah.
But the thing is, if you go back far enough, everyone is from somewhere. Take my wife, for example. She looks very white English. That's what her family 200 years ago were Dutch Jews that came over. So should she go back home to where she came from? But when they were Dutch Jews, they were something before that. And what I'm trying to say is, everyone is from somewhere.
Yeah.
If you go back far enough, you know, very few people have been in the land for like 10,000 years. We're all migrants at the end of the day.
Every single one of us. But this is why I keep telling people, focus on being a humanitarian. Right? Don't let these people play with you. The only peoples the peoples have is the peoples themselves. Once you overstand that, you start to remove everything else around. The court system, remember, right? They didn't find any. We'll go back to COVID time.
Yeah, let's go back to COVID.
If you go back to COVID time, they didn't find. It states on the government website, COVID-19 is no longer considered as a high consequence infectious disease, right? Therefore, you have no virus. You have no deadly virus.
That was just before the lockdown.
Yeah. So why would the court? Supposed to be a court of law, not a hearsay. Why would the court enforce fines for people not wearing a mask based on hearsay? So this is how you know the courts. We don't have the courts. We don't have the government. We don't have the police. We don't have the soldiers. We don't have these corporations. We only have ourselves. So if we only have ourselves, you have to act accordingly. You understand what I mean? This is why during COVID time, when the mainstream media was coming at me for interviews, I told them they had to sign my terms. I never do any. Everybody else was running to do interview with them. I went to the people. I went directly to the people because I knew I could have reached the people. You understand? I didn't use no mainstream. I know exactly what they wanted to do. Like, you're a surgeon, brother. I'm just a normal person. You know, but I'm not stupid. I might not speak intelligent like how some people, you know, and all of that kind of stuff. But I don't care about that. ABC for me. It's not that difficult. The world is not that difficult. These people are creating these difficulties to make it look like, oh my God, this is that. No. But we're supposed to be natural beings who inherit the land. You understand? Are we supposed to do business? Is me and you do business? Like you said, Remeece, natural was here, blah. I'm like, well, me and you supposed to do this from about last year or something like that, my brother. Sorry, I couldn't come through that time. But
everything
this
happens
is
for reasons. Better late than never.
Yeah.
You're here now, so it's great.
Yeah, but this is how we're supposed to do business, my brother. And they come in with all of this kind of nonsense and kind of interfere with that. So I'm not allowing none of these people to come and infringe on my natural rights. And this is how we meet, like me, Natural, Pierce Corbin, and the people who actually started this movement. When I say movement, I'm actually talking about physical movement, because all of this movement against COVID was started way before me. You have a lot of people who's been speaking against this stuff, but the people who actually went out and physically do it in London was me, Natural, Pierce Corbin, and a few more people. Sorry, brother. And the reason why we went out and do that is because we knew that there's something very wrong about you telling me I need to stay at my house without any evidence of something actually killing people. And the thing that when my alarm went off the most was when they said they need to give black people the vaccine first.
Remember that?
You remember that?
Yeah.
When they said, oh, black people was getting the virus, I'm like, all right, cool, you're playing with the wrong people. Yeah, and I was telling you earlier on, but a lot of people forget why I started this. I got a scar in my stomach here.
Oh, yeah.
I got appendix burst inside of me, poisoned my body and killed me when I was in Jamaica. And I saw my life flash in front of me. And I was speaking to God and I said, save my life, and I was serving. That's when I was a teenager. On February 2020, this wasn't even a dream. This was happening. I was lifted off the bed and I was surrounded by a big light, and in the light there was a cloud. In the cloud there was 2 scriptures written. Revelations 13 verse 16 to 18. Revelations 14 verse 8 to 12. And the last voice, I go, do my work, my son. And so this is how I started going out in the street.
Well, hold on a second. What did those scriptures say?
Revelations 13 verse 16 to 18 is a scripture now everybody quoting. And says, without the mark you cannot buy or sell, whether you're rich or poor. They'll put the mark in your forehead and in your hand. And the other scripture, Revelations 14 verse 8 to 12, basically saying those who take the mark, they will be destroyed. And I said to Nacho and Piers, I said to my mom first. I called my mom and I said to my mom, Mom, I'm going to do something. I'm going to wake up millions of people. And I told her the scripture and she said, you know what happened to people who speak in the way you do? I said, I know. They either kill them or whatever. And I said, I'm ready to go to prison, concentration camp, or killed. And this is how I started. And I made that scripture trend all over the world. I have the evidence to back all of that up.
Wow. Revelations 13 to 16.
Revelations 13, 16 to 18. Revelations 13 verses 16 to 18. You want to read it out, brother?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to find it first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, if you just let me find it and then we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at my Bible. Revelation 13.
Verse 16 to 18.
Verse 16 to 18. All right, okay, hold on a second. Because there's a lot of paywall Bible things. It's difficult to find it.
Yeah, you'll find it online.
Yeah, okay, find it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can I read it?
Please, yeah.
It also forced all people, great and small, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hands or on their foreheads, so that they could not buy or sell unless they had the mark, which is the name of the beast or the number of its name. This calls for wisdom. Let the person who has insight calculate the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. That number is 666. This is what they want, the digital ID.
God gave me that scripture from February 2020.
Are you
I've
kidding
been
me?
posting it online. Brother, Listen, serious thing.
And what was the other scripture?
Revelations 14 verse 8 to 12.
Right, let's do that now.
Yeah. Long story short, this scripture is basically telling you those who take the mark will be destroyed. It's basically what it means.
Well,
It's not
dude,
exactly what it's, but you can read it out.
I was going to say, isn't this what the whole digital ID is going to be?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, you
Right
literally
on.
cannot buy, like, there'll be shops that will not open the food dispenser unless you put your digital ID in. Not everything will be digital ID.
Yeah.
All right, okay, let's see this one then.
Mm-hmm.
God, there's a lot of pop-ups, sorry.
So,
All right, here we go. A second angel followed and said, Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great, which made all the nations drink the maddening wine of her adulteries.
mm-hmm.
A third angel followed them and said in a loud voice, If anyone worships the beast and its image and receives its mark on their forehead or on their hand, they too will drink the wine of God's fury, which has been poured full strength into the cup of his wrath. They will be tormented with burning sulfur in the presence of the holy angels and of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment will rise forever and ever. There will be no rest day or night for those who worship the beast and its image, or for anyone who receives the mark of its name.
Mm-hmm.
This calls for patient endurance on the part of the people of God who keep his commands and remain faithful to Jesus. God, I've got goosebumps now, mate. Basically, look, I've got goosebumps.
Believe it, brother.
Oof, oof. So what it's basically saying is
No.
endure, do not comply.
Let me tell you something. I realize, bro, there is videos. I was going viral every other week during COVID.
I was off social media.
Nice.
I was just sitting in this garden. You remember when you walked in, you saw my sofa?
Yeah.
That was a pond.
Mm.
I was digging at my pond and filling. I was so normie. I didn't know what was going on in the world. So forgive me when I wasn't there with you.
Brother, listen. This is one thing I get to overstand, and it makes me really humble. You know, the things I'm saying, I want you to, it's humility, but it's the truth. Because they want to, they create their history. History means his story. They create these history for us for years and years. This is why we have to speak every single thing that happened during this time, during COVID time. I'm not trying to, some people, you're doing it for attention or your ego. No. Because if you don't speak the truth and spare everything, they're going to write the history. We have to, this is what I said again, my brother. The only peoples the peoples have is the peoples themselves. I don't have anything. These people take everything away from me during COVID. Those two scripture, brother, have the evidence. Even though they banned my Instagram and they banned this, I've got the backup Instagram, like the one you see. Our Facebook account, we have a Foot Soldier of Freedom Facebook. They banned that. They banned Stand Up X. You know, they ban all of that kind of stuff. But these things, I have it. The scripture I'm telling you about, Revelations 13, 16 to 18, Revelations 14, verse 8 to 12. This is our start. This is our start. It's not, but people want to forget our start because they always remember me going to the schools and stopping the children from taking the vaccines and all that kind of stuff. That's the thing they want to remember. They remember, oh, my mama. They don't remember why I'm doing it. Because they don't want to remember. Because people want to be ungodly. They want to go and they just want this to be over so they can go back and just do what they need to do. And it's good to have freedom, yes. But, you know, and people, if they don't want to believe in God, that's their own business. But, bro, there's something greater than me and you as a flesh right now, King. When I died, when I was a teenager, my brother, you're a surgeon, man. When I died, King, I see my life flash in front of me. I used to hear these things, but I've seen it myself. This is why I show a scar in my stomach all the time. And I was like, I was going. I see every single thing. I don't even have, my family, I was raised up so poor. My family didn't even have money to buy a camera, brother. Yeah, I was walking barefoot for years, no shoes on my foot, no nothing. That's how poor we was. And so I didn't have a picture of myself to remember how I looked when I was a kid. Yeah, see, like how your children have pictures, and you probably have some pictures of yourself where you can look back. I don't have pictures of myself, King. I probably don't even have a picture when I was 15 years old, brother. I don't. This is how poor we was. But I've seen on that day, that moment when I died, I've seen every single thing. It's like, it's so quick. And in the time, I'm saying to Jehovah, I'm saying, please save my life and I will serve you. And then February 2020, my stomach, I was sick. I went to hospital 5 times during COVID, February 2020. It was my stomach, brother. And then I got that, I don't like I said, I don't like to call it dream. And when I see it, I was like, oh my God. Revelations 13, 16 to 18. I start telling everybody, I start posting it. This from February, I've been posting this scripture.
So when did you have your appendicitis?
When I was a teenager. It burst inside of me.
How long ago was that?
I don't even remember. That's donkey years.
And then in 2020, when you had stomach problems, it just got better on its own?
No. I was going to the hospital because I was in so much pain. I don't go to hospital. I don't like going to hospital. So for me to go to the hospital, I felt like I started taking ginger shots and all that stuff. But the last time I went, there was this Asian doctor, and I spoke to her in private. I said, my sister, because they said it wasn't a virus. So this is how I knew about they don't give antibiotics if you have virus, because I didn't know nothing about them something there. But I said, sister, give me some antibiotics, because they refused to give me antibiotics. I said, please give me some antibiotics, or I'm not going to leave from here. And behind the counter, she kind of just give me the antibiotics. I went home and I started to feel better. So that scripture with my stomach from when I was a kid, and now the scripture God gave me in February 2020, and the last word I said, go do my work, my son. It was like I have everything. It's like this thing just jumped off of my shoulder, my brother. I was like, I lost all image. I was in the clubs. I was a club promoter, man, in Mayfair, in like the high profile clubs. If you go and look at my Facebook, you'll see all of these pictures of me as celebrities.
I'm not on Facebook. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just explaining, you know. So for me to go on the streets and do this kind of stuff, like walking with a megaphone, walking like I was a madman on the street. Some people thought, like a lot of Jamaican in Brixton thought I was a madman. This guy become COVID, come up and this guy turned mad. Because I was every day, leaflets, megaphone. I was just going on trains, street, everywhere you can think of. And then...
What was driving it? Like,
God, man. I know the truth. You know when you know, it's the same thing I equate to when my daughter is born. And I realized that, oh, this is my wife. Malia is my wife. Because everybody thought my wife now, she was my wife. But I wasn't serious with her. Because I told her, I told everybody that was around me, I don't want anything serious with anybody, because I don't want to take anybody down with me. Because I don't know if you know, I've been arrested 7 times during COVID. And for me, I actually thought I was being a sacrifice for God when I was doing my outreach. Because I was so locked into it. I was like, you know, it's either prison, concentration camp, or death. But I was ready for it. I was mentally prepared for it because of this scar in my stomach. You understand me, my brother? So I didn't want, when my wife was pregnant, I didn't want to, you know, when my daughter born, a couple of months after my daughter born, that's when I look. Because we was living in a caravan. My daughter born in a caravan in Cornwall. Yeah. And I said, this is my wife. This woman never done anything wrong to me. It's like she used all of her money that she saw me. She was there. She was part of my team as well. And she took so much, man. You know what I'm saying? We was proper locked into this freedom fighting stuff. I was going to the schools. I was going on the streets. I was like, I had nothing. And the people was helping me. People were sending me a little donation here and now. I used the money to buy some food and I go in the schools. So she was neglected by me even when she was pregnant. She was there with me, but she wasn't there with me. It's only when 2 months after my daughter born and I see my daughter and I realize, it's God removing me away from the situation now. I've done a lot. God is telling me no, and I didn't see it, my brother. You understand? So God have a way of, like you mentioned, you were sitting down in your sofa there. No, God, that's not your time. God is gonna put you in position when the time is ready. We don't have no control.
Yeah, I agree. Everything happens at the right time.
Yeah.
I wasn't meant to be speaking out then.
You wasn't meant to be.
I was totally ignorant and slowly finding my way, opening my eyes.
Yeah.
It all happens at different times for different people. I just wasn't ready then.
Yeah.
But I think you're right.
Yeah.
I was meant to be doing this.
Yeah, brother. Hey, listen, bro, remember, I refuse interviews from all mainstream media. CNN came to us when we was shooting Foot Soldiers for Freedom music video. And they came trying to speak to me. Sky, all of them trying to speak to me. Told them to F off, King. Because I know what they're trying to do, brother. Like, I'm not playing the game. Like, I'm not here to be famous, brother. I'm here to do God's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's good. Like, we know what you're trying to do. You're trying to pin me in your little corner and have your little wicked scientists and the doctors come and speak your little medical, nonsense and make me look stupid online. But I told them to sign 5 of my terms after they emailed me. When I said them physically, I told them to F off, but they was emailing me all over the place, and I told them to sign 5 terms. I said, one of my terms is, you can't edit nothing I say. You can't cut out nothing I say. And I'll bring 2 representatives of mine with me. Because back then, Dolores Cahill, Mike Eden, these people, I could have reached out to them and let them come. But I wouldn't tell them that they're coming. You understand what I mean? I would have just bring them low key with me. So they wasn't playing my game and I wasn't playing their game. So I said, but I'm a nobody. I'm a broke dude on the street walking with leaflets and a speaker and megaphone, going to schools and going on the street and on the trains. Why you interested in me? I know why you're interested in me. Because I'm reaching the people. So I don't play a game. This is why I don't really do much interviews, my brother. Because until I can see, like I've been watching you, bro. And I realize you're intense.
Am I intense?
Yeah. No, because I never knew about you back then, King.
I didn't know I was intense.
Yeah, a lot of people call me for interviews. If you go and check online or the interviews are done, you never see me on a mainstream media doing an interview.
But this isn't mainstream. I'm not mainstream.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. Back then, when everybody knew who Remeece was, I could have been on these mainstream media and all that stuff. No, I don't give a shit about none of that. My people, the only peoples the peoples have is the peoples themselves. We can create our. I don't need you. Why do I need to go to you to debate with you? What debate for what? I don't debate for you for you come and try and twist the thing. No, we're not twisting anything. We're gonna create our community, and our community we're creating it by the truth, and we're gonna use our people to do to spread the message and the word. You understand what I mean? So with you, brother, like, I see you doing your thing, and I see you interview some people, but I'm very careful of like yourself. You're careful of everybody.
Very.
Yeah? So for me, I have to watch and see and observe. I'm like, yo, for example, I don't watch TV, but all of this Big Brother house. Let's use Big Brother house, for example. You put everybody in there and everybody start being fake. Oh my God, I love you. Oh, look at your hair. All of this done. Oh, you're so... And then after 3 weeks, everybody have to just be themselves.
Yeah.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, brother, every time you see me, you see this, Remeece. Yeah? I'm very funny as well. I'm laughing. This is one of the things that bring the people all over the UK to London to come march with us. It's because we was having fun with this lockdown shit. We was dancing, we was jumping up, we you know what I'm saying? It was fun. It wasn't you understand what I'm saying? When they said don't block the street, we was walking in the middle of the street. Me, not your peers, and all the woman. Hey, listen, you see the woman them in the during lockdown, brother. You need to find the real woman them. Some of these women that you see, they might be famous, but no disrespect to them. You know, appreciate what they do. But the people them are not interviewing the real fighters at this against this COVID thing. They're not even heard. You have people like Jennifer, Sandra. There's so many names. My wife. There's so many of them. What's these girls' name again, man? Oh, but even some people. You know, I came here. I came to Beaconsfield schools. You heard about that?
No.
Rotted. We come Beaconsfield school. Yeah, some of your followers will, if they watch this, and they will tell you. I come to Beacons. I come to, I think, 2 or 3 schools here, and I march hundreds of children through this shit. Yeah, all of the children them start following behind us. The teacher trying to bring them same thing when I go all over the school, over the country, and they was trying to force it. They even make mainstream media was saying they need to create exclusion zones around the schools so they can get rid of it. Yeah, we create a madness. We free the children.
Do you know what it is? I think you're authentic. Like you said, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You're not anything different.
And you're the same, you know, brother.
I'm the same.
Yeah. I can't see how you set up things here and the way you are.
I mean, I don't change. I don't change. Yeah. It's tiring. It's tiring to be something else. Yeah. What you see is literally what you get.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I'm very cautious because ever since I got into this space, I realized there's some funny people. And I don't know if I can trust them. Yeah. And a lot of people approach me and say they want to come on my show. So many. I'm just careful. Yeah. I kind of go after the people that don't want to go on my show.
But can I say something to you?
Does that make sense?
Can I give you advice? Advice. You can take it if you want.
Yeah.
If people want to come on your show, whether you trust them or not, they can't come here and touch your children. Yeah, they can't do nothing to you. Because at the same time, this is a business. If you don't trust them, you just ask them, look at them right in the eyes and ask them exactly why you don't trust them. Because you have a right to not trust. Doesn't mean the person shouldn't be trusted. But you're trying to find them out and you're trying to say to their face like, yo, I don't like what you did with that and blah, blah, blah. And then you but sometimes maybe you just don't want to have certain people around your circle. Maybe that's why. But at the same time, if you're not 100% sure.
Mate, if you listen to my podcast, trust me, I question a lot of people.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. I just don't want to be around certain people. I want to have fun conversations. I want to have interesting conversations. And I don't want to have conversations.
Because this is your home as well.
Yeah. And I don't want to have conversations with people who are just all about me. Me.
Yeah.
I like the people who are not looking for attention, but actually are really important and I've got important things to say. So you're saying all these women that you know, like you're saying your wife, put me in touch with them.
Yeah, I'll put you in touch with a lot of people, my brother. Listen, I told you I want to put you in touch with Chris Sky as well. Chris Sky is crazy, but you like he's crazy. He's a very genuine guy. Though he speaks a lot. He's burning a lot of fire on the Israeli stuff right now, and you know he's just one of them people. Like, you know, he's just authentic, and some people not gonna like him. Some people gonna like him. I understand him, but you have to feel that.
But listen, you guys made a difference during lockdown. I think protesting and marching started off just a handful of you.
Very handful.
10, 20, but you were there every week
every
out there.
Day. It's not every week, every day.
Every day.
Yeah, we didn't have anything else to do. We became a family. But, you know, you go back to the trust thing. You know, these same people, because because I was starting to blow up and everybody knew who I was, and you know, some of the people around me turned nasty, brother. Some people start saying, what's the thing they try to say? These people create these things saying, I'm a pedophile.
What?
Wicked something, yeah. These people created a group and saying, you know, Remeece was talking to underage girls and blah, blah. Complete lie. And then the underage girl I'm supposed to be talking to, somebody messaged me, because I didn't know this was going on. These people was around me, but they was stabbing me in my back, behind my back. And I was like genuinely smiling with them and love, you know, it wasn't, we was fighting a system. I don't want to get too much into this, but I'll just explain the basics. And then somebody showed me, Remeece, don't you hear what's going on? And I said, no. They said, this such and such people create this group saying they're investigating you trying to get with an underage girl. I said, me? So anyway, these underage girls turn out to be 22 years old. I've never speak to this girl, don't even know who this girl is. And so the girl reach out to them and say, what if Keith put my name? I don't even know who Remeece is, blah, blah. And so it backfire on them. And when that didn't work, they still try to do something, because I try to distance myself from them.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. So, you know, in the environmental movement, the police infiltrated lots of little groups. Yeah. So much so that the police were having children with the activists. They were like getting married to them.
Wow.
They were undercover cops. A massive scandal here in the UK. Did you hear about this?
No, I never heard about
it. The cops were so undercover, they were marrying and having children with the activists. And when they got found out, they just left the wife, left the children. Their own children. What I'm trying to say is undercover cops will go to great depths to infiltrate opposition groups.
Yeah.
Do you think that happened early on with your marches and protests?
They tried it with me.
Because the people who were speaking out and accusing you of these things, I
don't think majority of them was. I think...
But I mean, even one, I'm just saying, even if there's one, then they can cause a stink and cause rumors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, I agree with that. But when I look at it, I realize that because with foot soldiers, this is why I left Stand-Up X. Because I felt like Stand-Up X was becoming, I tell Nacho this all the time, was becoming too corporate. I'm not the corporate guy. You know, it's good to work with other people, but it's good to make sure the narrative don't change.
Trust me, I don't like corporate.
Yeah, I don't believe in going to government building. I don't believe in negotiating with the enemy. You understand? I believe in just bringing some leaflets, bringing the music and bringing the people and bringing the leaflets inside of the homes. We was marching in the street, but we was giving the people in the cars, everybody, leaflets. We was mailing the leaflets, so we would march for like 3 hours.
What were you guys saying?
No, we're just giving the people against the vaccines. We was just march. That wasn't protest for us. That was outreach. What protest for me is when you go to government asking for permission, shouting outside the government building and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe that's right. I believe, like I said, the only people we have is ourselves. So if the government, you have to treat the government like they don't exist. And if you treat them like they don't exist, then why are you going to them? Because by going outside of the building and shouting, well, you're actually telling them that they exist. And they're actually people that...
Giving them power.
Yeah. They're just people that go to the toilet and have a shit like you. That's all they are. So why are you giving them so much power? Go to the people and bring the leaflet to the people. And we do it together. So that's what we was doing. That's why I break off from Stand-Up. Because I was trying to open Nacho's eyes. I'm like, yo, brother, we're not trying to do this thing, bro. We start as real warriors, as real foot soldiers. That's how this movement starts, as foot soldiers. People like me and you, my brother. People hear about these little group in London, doing outreach and going out blocking roads with 20 people and all that kind of stuff, and this is what they hear. So those people exist as well. So they start to come to London, and so the word starts spreading. This is how they ban our Facebook pages. because it was just spreading like wildfire. And too many people was coming to London, so now the police, they don't know what to do now. And then you have this, August the 1st was the main big protest with Kate Shemirani and David Icke and so on and so forth. But yeah, we started that that thing against them, but it was more foot soldier work, not for government shit. I'm not going to know.
I don't believe in the government. I don't want government. I don't believe we should ever have a government. The moment you have a government, everything changes. They don't serve us. It should be God or a high authority, then us, you, me, and all the other people, then the government, and then the agents. That's the way it should be. But it's inverted. Everything is upside down.
Yeah.
And these people are now in control, and they don't listen to us. And so I don't believe in government. I used to be libertarian. I'm more of an anarchist now. I believe no rulers, just rules. Rules. Like, you come in my house, you don't shit on my garden. You don't piss in my driveway.
It's basic person.
It's just civil, polite courtesy. You're very respectful, you know, like this. Am I your ruler? No. Are you my ruler? No. But we have rules. We have rules how to conduct ourselves. But the thing is, I also don't believe in lobbying politicians and canvassing. I don't even believe in voting anymore. I think the whole system is rigged. It's a way of keeping you at the casino table, gambling away. I don't need any of this. But I think you're right. Like, direct getting to the people and telling them, look, don't comply with it. Don't take the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
When they say you have to have a digital ID, let them say that. When they say, oh, if you don't have a digital ID, you can't get a job, you can't do that. Say, okay, do you know what? 10-20% of us will not go for it. The whole system falls apart. What are they going to do? They're going to lock all of us up?
Exactly. And it's the same thing with COVID. Same thing with COVID. Don't follow none of the rules. They can't lock off everybody up. This is why, man, I'm so glad you're speaking like that, bro. You're speaking like exactly like me, King. You're speaking exactly like me. For me, we was gonna talk about our children.
Yeah. Go there. Don't forget that.
All right. Because me and your family, man.
You got two beautiful girls.
I got two girls.
Two beautiful girls.
Yeah.
You're gonna have many more.
I don't know yet. I love my children. Listen, I'm a kid, and this is why I think one of the reasons why the children relate to me when I was going to the schools. There's this big black Jamaican in schools like in Cornwall where 99.9% of the children are Caucasian white children. Like, why is this big black dude coming to our school with leaflet and a shout and a blah, blah, blah. But when the entertainment done, I entertain them, I start speaking to them. And I give them a leaflet and I say, bring your leaflet to your parents. And I start working on certain things. They start really staring at me and they start looking. And I said, make sure you post everything on your social media. So this is why they had to ban my Instagram, because the children was following me all over the country. And it became a ripple effect. And, you know, children they want to be free. When we was children, we want to be free, brother. Run around and go. This is how we're supposed to be. So when I see they're doing that to the children, I knew they're coming for the youths, because we're getting old. And they're coming for the children. And most of these children, when they put them in these concentration camp, which they call schools, when you put them in there, they're breaking them. They're teaching them certain things that is not true. Majority of what they're teaching them not true. Both of my daughters going to be homeschooled. Both of my daughters are lotus birth. You're a surgeon, you know lotus birth.
Tell me, what is a lotus birth?
Lotus birth is just natural birth.
Oh yeah, ours are all natural birth. Two of them in the house.
Yeah.
Two of them in the house.
Oh, man. No, I believe you. Come on, bro.
It's perfect.
It's the most amazing thing.
Beautiful.
The bond with your children, especially as a dad, is different level. My first daughter born in a caravan because of this madness that was going on. So we moved off grid, living in a caravan in Cornwall, just in the woods, in the middle of nowhere. So that's how my first daughter was born. My second daughter, she just born a year ago, June last year. It's me and my wife, no fear. And that's what it is. Once you bring the fear inside of the woman, and the woman start, you know, her
adrenaline,
her nervous break, she start having nerve. The children start moving. This is how I feel like a lot of these children start born the wrong way. But when you when your wife, like I say, God is the hierarchy. God is the ice. When you understand that, and you and your wife is on the same page, man, my daughter, my youngest one, she born in the bedroom upstairs, just candles in the dark, about 4:00 in the morning. It was dark, and me and her, I'm holding my wife, so I know exactly how to hold her, because you can feel when she's in crazy pain, and I put a pillow underneath her, and then my daughter born. You know what I mean? Bro, my daughter, they're so attached to me. It's crazy. It's like, and bro, I was sick the other day, a few months ago, very sick, and my daughter see me, and she started going. My 3-year-old, she went downstairs. She go and get, Mom, Dad's sick. She go and get water. She go and get this. I need to get Daddy's medicine. So she was bringing me all kind of stuff.
I love it.
Brother, you know daughters how it is.
Dude, I always say dads and daughters are like this.
Oh my God, brother.
I know, I
Yeah,
know.
I'm glistening, man. Like, like.
But you know what? You're also right about it's so important that you're on the same page with your wife.
Yeah.
And like now, like when I meet young people, I say whether you're a boy or girl, when you're dating someone, ask them, "Are you going to vaccinate your kids?" Because you know what? If they say yes, maybe maybe you shouldn't get married to them. Because the number of people who reach out to me and go, "Oh my God, I'm struggling to convince my wife or husband not to vaccinate. What should I say to them?" I'm actually even now, I've had a couple of consultations like that where I go through with both parents, and I go through all the evidence and all the resources, and I go, look, this, why do you want to vaccinate? Look at this information.
Yeah.
And I think even better than that, just don't get into that situation. Make sure that you're on the same page as your other half.
I'll tell you something, brother Malik. The script is flipped now. Majority of people don't want none of them vaccine. Majority of the people in this world, you can't tell them nothing. They don't want no vaccine.
I really hope so.
I'm telling you, it's only a very select few. But you mentioned something about dating. We're raising our daughters to be wives. I think it's very important. This we're trying to unlearn so much stuff, King. We're raising our daughters to be wives. Me and my wife ain't legally married, but we're lawfully married under God. It's very important for us to understand that, because as the man when this woman becomes your wife. Our daughter, we're raising them to be wives. So we're raising them. I'm Jehovah's Witness. So we're raising them as witnesses. I don't know if you know, I don't want to get into the Jehovah's Witnesses thing, but it's very serious. You have to be very disciplined. You understand? For you to even get baptized. Like a lot of church, you go to the church, they can baptize you 2 weeks now, Jehovah's Witness. You have to learn the Bible. You have to learn this. You have to go into righteousness. You have to go deep into righteousness before. So we're raising our daughters not to go and date boyfriends and have boyfriends and all that kind of stuff. No. I mean, hopefully it plays out the way we raising them. But once you raise your child to be a certain way, they're going to have that anyway. So even if they stray, most of the time they always come back to that. So yeah, all of this boyfriend stuff, no, it's not going to happen. Not under my roof. Yeah, not under my roof. Not under my roof.
So listen, let's go back to COVID, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's really changed though. The lockdowns have ended, the mandates, I get all that, the vaccines. But the tyrannical structure behind it, the agenda behind it hasn't changed at all. It's marching forward now.
Yeah, of course they're going to, but they was always going to march forward with that, brother. We only have ourselves, King. We only have ourselves. You said something very profound a few minutes ago. You said, if 20% of the people said no to the digital ID, they're going to have a problem. Right? And it's not just saying no. They're going to stop us from going to buy food to eat and all of that kind of stuff. So they're going to put the pressure on us. So it's going to come to a point where a lot of people going to fail it and the people going to give in. But I'm hoping. Listen, just I don't know if you heard the Lord's Prayer. And I understand this scripture so well. This part of the scripture when they say, give us this day our daily bread.
Hallowed be thy name, or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
But that give us this day our daily bread. I leave everything to God. This day is the only day I pray for. I don't pray that I used to, this cure my anxiety. I don't think nobody was anxious like me and have anxiety problem like me. But this cure my anxiety. Give us this day our daily bread. Every day I pray only for today. To Jehovah to give me just for today and my children. We don't worry about tomorrow no more. We don't worry about next week. We can plan, but we're not worried about it. Might not happen. When I was coming on the train today, my brother, I would text you. Did you see I unsend a message? All right. Let me see after. I was texting you to let you know that there is. I was.
Oh
on the
yeah, I got
Victoria
that.
line.
I got that.
Yeah.
You said you didn't get the reception and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, but I sent you a message first because I was gonna let you know I might be an hour late
Oh.
because there's some accident happened on the train. I unsend it, but I was gonna let you know
No,
that.
I didn't even see that.
Oh, you don't see? It's in my phone. I'll show you.
It
off
didn't
the-
even come
It
through.
didn't come through.
No.
I'll show you on my phone. So yeah, because I didn't have no reception. So, but I had a moment where I'm like, God, I don't want to let down, brother. I'm like, give us this day our daily bread. It's God's time. I'm working on God's time. This has made me so much more humble as well and relaxed, and not worried about. Because I was worried about taking my children to Jamaica next year. I have to do this. I'm out. No, give us this day our daily bread, just for today. I'm happy for today.
I love that. No, I really love that. And trusting in God. So listen, it's tough right now. There's we talked about this off air, but there's a big push amongst the evil people to divide us.
Oh yeah.
Have us fighting each other, left, right, white, black, straight, this, that, Christian, Muslim. That's a big one.
Yeah. I'm glad to bring that up.
And we need to talk about this, the big march. And I think most of the people who are marching at that Tommy March are good people. They're just frustrated. They think something's wrong. They don't understand it. I don't know what your position is. I don't believe in mass migration. I think this is an engineered problem. All the wars that they're creating, they're bringing in and they're swamping our infrastructure. But then they have us fighting against each other when the problem is the puppet masters, the people at the top who are creating the problem and also funding the opposition to the problem. They get they just blame it on the Muslims and the brown people and the black people. And it's funny, recently, a couple of weeks ago in the States, again, they're doing this, they want civil war. They did the very high profile killing of this young Ukrainian. Did you see that?
Yeah. I know, I saw that.
A big black guy in a hoodie.
Yeah.
And this innocent white lady, and look how black people are bad. And when you see all this division and all that, how does that make you feel? Because I've got to take, as someone who's brown, as a black man, when you see all this and how they caricature us, how does that make you feel?
It's like, bro, use me for an example. When I go to the schools in Cornwall, and 99.9% children are Caucasian white. There's a big black dude from Jamaica who can't even speak English properly.
You speak just fine.
I know, but you know what I mean. They obviously know that I'm Jamaican. When I look at them children, I see God's children. I see Jehovah's children. Even if you don't believe in God, even if you don't believe in Jesus Christ, the story is the greatest story. Jesus Christ. It didn't separate none of us. The only people we have is ourselves. Jesus showed us that. So when I go to those schools and I was fighting for them children, I wasn't trying to leave because they was white. I went there intentionally. And when I see them children give me a hug, one child offered me £1.
Really?
How can I forget that?
Wow.
How crazy is that I remember that you would give me try and give me £1. A little white little child try and give me £1. He was so appreciative, but he only had £1.
That's his
And
pocket
he's
money.
giving me that.
That's his pocket money. That's his sweetie money.
I have one other youth, I never forget him. I'm telling you about hundreds of children every time I go to the schools. He didn't want to leave. I said, no, you have to go. Your parents waiting for you. He didn't want to leave me. He still follow me today. Even the band, the main Instagram, where all of the children was following me. He still follow me. Find me, follow me. These children, they saw me as a way out. I don't think people really understand that. Brother, 600 children at one of the schools in Bournemouth. The vaccination bus was in the school and they said, singing outside, don't take the vaccine, don't take the vaccine.
And do you think it made a difference? Do you think
you don't know what's going on?
Did a lot of
my
the
brother,
kids,
it went mad.
No, but did a lot of children refuse to take the vaccine?
Yes. It went mad. It went mad, brother. I don't think you really, bro. When I was walking, it became so crazy. I was walking. I couldn't walk in the protest. Every inch I walk, because I used to walk in protest and I bang my song, and people come, they start crying, talking about man and woman crying. Remeece. I felt it.
You saved so many people.
Oh, my brother. It's the greatest work I've ever done. And we have to give God glory, brother.
Can I get the video of that song, by the way?
Which
Like,
one?
you've done lots of them. Like, you need to give me, I don't know if you've got copyright or whatever. Like, can I add
You
it?
can take any song you want that I do.
Can I put it on my podcast?
You can take any song that I do, brother.
I'll put some before, I'll put some
I
at
don't
the
need
end.
nothing from it. You can take any song that I do.
Okay.
It's a freedom song. It's not for me, it's for us.
So what would you say to people like who just think, do you know what? Brown people are coming in and they're trying to take over, and black people are bad and evil and criminals. Because they've got this idea that, I'm just saying, I think it's very mistaken. I think the media creates this narrative, especially like the comments that I read after that stabbing. People don't realize, brown people, black people, white people, yellow people, we're all the same inside. It's just a superficial, it's a meat suit.
Mm-hmm.
You know the way you're wearing this tracksuit grey thing? I'm wearing a black, bluish shirt. That's all it is. Like, underneath, I've cut so many people open, Remeece. Everyone is the same inside. The same yellow fat, the same red muscle, the same blood, the same color of the bone. Like, we're all the same inside. This is just a suit outfit that we have. But the media wants us to portray, like, some people are better than others, and some colors are more prone to violence and crime. I think that's really not true.
It's the same people that engineered all of this COVID stuff, are the same people that's been engineering all of this wickedness. British Empire. The British Empire and America, if these two countries didn't exist, the world would be safe. These are the two empires that engineered all of the wickedness over the world. Because once you go to somebody else's country, once you leave your country and go to somebody else's country with thousands of you and start killing and start taking away their resources, what's the resources that England have to sustain itself forever? Can't find much. So how comes a country with limited resources is a first world country? Don't make no sense. You have to go there and steal. And when people talk about to conquer something, you have to kill, don't you? You have to rape. Why do you think they call motherfucker? The word motherfucker comes from a black man having sex with his mother in front of the public. Do you understand that?
No.
Yeah, that's where motherfucker comes from. When a man says motherfucker, it's worse than calling a black man a nigger. You can call me a nigger all day long, but motherfucker is worse, because it's when the slaves try to run away and they used to cut off their foot and stuff like that. beat them into submission. Like, how dare you try to run away from your slave masters? Right, so they used to let us have sex with our mothers in front of the public. So the other black.
But that was your punishment. That was your punishment.
That's what wasn't one of the punishment. Yeah,
I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, brother, that's what motherfucker comes from.
Dude, I've had a very sheltered childhood in life. Trust me.
But most of us do, my brother. It's like a lot of people don't know that.
That reminds me of what happened during apparently in Bosnia.
Mm-hmm.
They would get, and not in Bosnia, was it Iraq or whatever, somewhere where they would get the son to be raped by his father. That was the punishment. They seem to do this. Like,
yeah,
they're sick.
But I'm just gonna answer your question. The reason why I say that is a segue into this. Basically, if you go to another man country, you conquer most of the world. How can you conquer most of the world and then say we come to your country? No. You stole, you take everything from us. You rape our family, you steal everything. The white people, you're not the one who did it. These people did it, but you actually did it by enforcing it. Because you didn't say anything. You're still not saying anything. You're still not overstanding. You're still on this black and white nonsense. Why you think this is the next part of the agenda, to bring in this mass migration to upset you and then why you think they put it in the mainstream media? They want you to see it so you can be upset about it. Do the opposite. That's why I told Monty. I said, and all of the other guys, I said, why don't you bring the flag there then? Why don't you bring the flag and write no to digital ID on the flag? If everybody was doing that with the flag. But Tommy Robbins ain't doing that. Because Tommy Robbins doing a lot of good for the eyes of the people. Because this is how you get people to respect you. You do some good, but you don't realize that this guy is actually working with the enemy. I realized that because Tommy Robinson mentioned me in one of his interviews a few years ago. He's like, oh, do you know that guy? He's doing an interview with this black guy on a podcast. And he was like, oh, do you know that guy that was going to the schools during lockdown? And he said, no, yeah, he's got a song called Don't Take the Vaccine, man. This black guy from Jamaica, blah, blah, blah.
I've heard that, Don't Take the Vaccine.
Yeah.
It's very good.
So last year was when I realized who Tommy Robbins really was. Because I didn't follow none of these.
Stephen Yaxley Lennon.
Yeah, but I didn't realize his part, because I hear a lot of things. I don't believe everything I hear. I have to see things for myself. I don't jump on bandwagon. So if people, even me and some of my friends followed because of it, because I posted that clip with him bigging me up. I'm like, yeah, I say, I don't know. They say, yeah, he says, he's blah, 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 he's working with this. And I'm saying, I don't know this stuff. I need to know for myself. So don't try to force anything down my throat.
So what made you change your mind?
October last year. With the Palestine and Israel stuff.
Oh, that's 2023, 2 years ago.
No, this was last year, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't last year?
Oh, yeah. What, October 7th?
Yeah, October 7th, yeah.
That was 2023.
Was it 2023? Oh, time flying. But anyway, that's when I realized who he was. I started seeing a lot of Israeli flags at the protest. And one of the guy named, I think it's called Fuzi TV. This guy was at the Farmers March. When we was doing the Farmers March, I think it was the same year, 2023. And my song was playing and he was running away. He didn't want the song to be heard or anything because he said he's going to be demonetized. And I was like, hey, this guy worried about being demonetized as a free man. How can you come to a freedom march and worrying about being demonetized? It's the money for. So I stopped putting these things together and I said, this guy and Tommy and all these guys up there and they was talking about two-tier policing. But I'm like, and the patriots. I'm like, but if you're a patriot and somebody's coming to take over your country with a cashless system and telling your people they have to wear a mask or else, and you wasn't there, and this thing is still going on, this is the main agenda, to take over the country. So how the fuck you end up worrying about two-tier policing, or you end up worrying about other stuff that Islam is doing? And what the fuck is it got to do with a Jewish flag at your march? Surely, just if you want to bring flags, just bring the British flag, or just bring every flag. Why? What is got to do? That's when I was like, and I did long story short, I did an interview in Speaker's Corner, and I was telling the guy, Street Mike UK, black guy, good guy, and it was like why I find out why Tommy Robbins is not one of us, you know what I mean? And it's unfortunate because now they was using the narrative of saying England is a Christian country. This is when they started this narrative. They started to bring it up, and I said, oh, okay, so now you guys are using Christianity to try to justify what you guys are doing. Makes sense. It's a good, smart move for people who don't understand that. But most of these people ain't Christian. Most of these people don't give a damn about Christ. Because the thing is, you guys celebrate Christmas. Christmas is a pagan worship. You actually disrespecting Christ by celebrating these pagan worshiping. These things are un-Christian like. And to be honest with you, if a Muslim woman is wearing or covering up themselves, that woman is showing modesty. I would rather see a Muslim woman naked on a beach, now covered up on a beach, than a woman wearing a damn bikini showing her front. My daughters would never be allowed to wear anything like that on a beach. They wear a nice little short to cover up every single thing. That's how me and my wife are raising our daughters. Modesty. So if you want to use Christian, then be a Christian like. That's why I'm saying you have to act Christian like, but you guys don't want that. That's why I'm saying you want to just watch these naked women. You understand? This is the thing. You guys like your degeneracy. This is what you guys want. You love your sexual immorality. But as soon as COVID come down and you're fighting COVID, you know, you will freedom fight, but you don't understand the freedom. Like the freedom is on the mind. The freedom is realizing that, you know, my wife wears zero makeup, brother. Zero. No, I love my woman have to be in her natural form. No makeup, no injection of the lip, no filters. If you love your wife, why you and you have children, why would you try to bring your children into that mental slavery again?
Mate,
that yeah,
I'm with you. So it's funny like that. We went out to a birthday party over the weekend. A lovely friend of mine, and my wife was like, "Should I put some makeup on?" I said, "Baby, no. You look beautiful." It's
not allowed in my house. And in our house.
Well, I'm not telling my wife what to do and what not to do, but basically, she puts very little on if she does put it on. And I said, "Baby, you know what? You hardly put any on. What you do put on is very natural. To be honest, I'm looking at you right now and you're beautiful. For me, like, you don't need to put makeup on for me. I think you look just fine." So that what I'm trying to say is that's my position on it. Like, I feel like, you know, the whole feminist movement has actually robbed women of their power. Does that make sense? Like, but it was meant to liberate women, but actually it's just made them sex objects. They worry about their looks obsessively. They get told by advertisers, wear this makeup to be beautiful. What is that message? That message is you're not beautiful. You're not beautiful until you buy this product and put on this makeup.
That's exactly what it is.
And inject your lips and do this Botox injection. So you're constantly making women feel inadequate and not good enough. That's what the underlying moral of the story of advertising is.
But the question is, we have to change that, King. How can we change that? We have to do it, start with us. You understand what I'm saying? We have to start with us. The fact that a woman feel like she have to put some paint on her face to go outside. Like, one of the things I was teaching people during COVID, not teaching, but encouraging people to do is, when you go inside of a crowd of 1 million people, I was telling the children this, and if everybody is saying yes, and you know the answer is no, just shout, "No!" And then this picture scenario when everybody, 1 million people looking at you like that, and now you start getting scared, but you have no fear, so you're not even scared. It's the same thing with makeup. The same way you walk up on the street, you hold your head high when you don't have it on. You wear it, you hold your head high. Me and my wife, we don't go clubs, but just an example. We can go in a nightclub and she have zero that on. And she be the most mental free person in that place. It's a mental freedom when you achieve that. It's the greatest freedom. But the thing is, you know, the man have to be strong for the woman because we're provider. We're the provider and the protector. It's not about, for me, I can't, and we have to be careful with these words that these people try to force down our mouth. Like he's talking about the feminist thing.
You have to be very
because
careful.
For me, when I say I can't tell my wife what to do, it's like, if me and my wife is in a house and there's no submission, there's no house, because we have to submit to God first. I'll say this. If COVID hits, none of us don't know nothing about virus, blah, blah. So, for example, I said, you know, I bought into the fear. And my wife didn't buy into the fear. Then 2 people can't make a decision in one household. 2 people can talk about it, but ultimately one person got to make the decision. This is why there's a submission. There's nothing wrong with submitting. Because a woman submit to you because you have to go and protect her and provide for her. The moment you have 2 people who's running a household, and this, because every role end up coming 50-50 anyway.
What happens if the man of the house is saying we need to vaccinate our kids, and
Yeah,
the mother is saying I don't want to?
But this is what I'm saying. This, you notice how I'm very careful how I use that word. I said me. I said, what if I was the one who? Because I could have said her, right? But I said me.
I know, but I'm asking you,
children.
what would happen if the dad is saying? Because there are some dads saying the dad is saying.
But the children would have been vaccinated.
What do you mean?
The children would have been vaccinated if I bought into it because of the submission. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now the thing is, that woman, because this is what's happening in the world nowadays, a lot of women are submitting to the wrong men. You see, we men, we're born with something called critical thinking and logics. It's something that is naturally inside of us. Anytime we allow these media and these people to trick us into all of that kind of stuff, and then we become, this is why a lot of people say, a lot of the men are now feminine. Yeah. So when I speak like this, some people start, did he just say that? Is a woman submit? What the fuck is wrong with that? I'm not at home beating up my woman. I'm not doing none of that stuff. I go out there and I provide and I protect. Now the thing is, if you want me to provide and protect, right? There's things that comes with that. You have to submit to me to know that I can protect and provide, and I've shown that. Now, if we don't have that in our household, you better, when that door kick off, you better go to the fucking door. I don't want you to start telling me you're a woman and you're not physically stronger than me. No, you can't have it both ways. If the door kick off, you go to the door and fight for me. If me and you go on the street and some dude wanna, you know what I'm saying, attack you, I'm sorry, I'm standing behind you, my sister. You go and fight.
Well, you know what? The sad reality is there are men who are doing that now, telling the women to stand in front of them right, while they hide in the kitchen. I kid you not. And on that note, I'm going to quickly go pee. I should go to the toilet. And then this conversation is like... Hi, everybody. I'm just going to talk about my consultation service. Many of you already know about it, but just in case some of you don't, I'm offering these online. If you're not sure about what steps to take with your health, if you're facing surgery and you're confused about meds or struggling with a diagnosis, this is where I can help you. I offer consultations to educate and empower you, showing you how the system works from within and how to pick the right doctor, what questions to ask, and most importantly, how to get the best out of every medical encounter. Take Lucy, for example, who came to me for advice on a revision rhinoplasty. Dr. Malik was fantastic, prepared, transparent, and honest. He highlighted important risks and gave me valuable points to think about. A breath of fresh air. This is just one of many reviews, which you can see on my website. I've helped people with everything from joint replacements, autoimmune conditions, heart problems, weight loss, addiction treatment, and decisions about vaccines, just to name a few. With years of experience as a consultant surgeon in the NHS and the private sector, I know how the system works inside out. My role is simple: to be your advocate, guide, and ally in getting the best care possible. So folks, if this resonates with you, if you're feeling like you're in a dead end, don't know how to move forward, or suddenly got a medical issue that you just want help with, book a consultation today. www.docmalik.setmore.com. Just type in docmalik.setmore.com or visit my website docmalik.com and you'll find the consultation section, and then you can book from there. Folks, I hope I can help you. It's been an absolute joy being able to help patients again, and I'm really glad I've found this little niche area now where I can still use some of the wisdom and knowledge that I've accrued, not just through the years as a medical doctor, but even more recently through the hundreds of podcasts that I've recorded. Okay, folks, back to the podcast. Enjoy. Okay, so I had Rebecca Archer sitting there, and she's she carries her little pink flamingo around with her, and she was saying to me, she's done a book on poetry as well, and she's a anti-COVID kind of thing, dissident. And she sat there and she said, look, I've been sold the biggest lie. I was told I need to be the boss bitch. I need to get a job. I need to have a career. I need to be the boss bitch. I don't need a man. And you know what? I can take care of myself. And, you know, all this stuff. And then she goes, it's all bullshit. Mm-hmm. She goes, actually, I wish I was married, and I wish I have kids, and I wish I was a mum and a wife. And now I'm like in my late 30s or mid 30s or whatever it is. And I'm like, it's hard finding a good guy. Mid 30s?
Yeah, because
mid to late 30s.
I think most of her eggs dried up when they reach certain age.
Well, I hope not.
No, not for her. No, I'm just speaking in general.
I mean, definitely biologically the most fertile. Like you want to be like around the early 20s for sure.
Early 20s, yeah.
For sure. But 100%. The thing is, the system has designed it so that you have to work, so that you can keep your roof over your head. Two people have to work now. You know, there was a time in the 1950s, you know, and before, one guy just needs to work. But they made it so the woman has to go out into the workplace. Then you have childcare. Then they have the child right from the beginning, indoctrinating them. Yeah. And it's tough. Then they say to the women, you don't need a man. You don't need a man. And what I'm trying to say is like that feminist system, it didn't really liberate women. It made them into commodities, wage workers, tax income, and sex slaves. And you know, that's not freedom for women.
But this is why God don't make mistakes with them things, yeah. Because the moment you start to tamper with the order is the moment you become you get tricked into all of this feminism nonsense. Because the man is the protector. Yeah. You have God, the man, the woman, the children. The children stay behind the mother. The man stay in front. The police or the gunman when he come to the door.
So
the
that's
first person getting shot is the man.
I think that's what you mean. So when you say like order, you're not saying the man is more important than the woman. You're not saying
no. Oh, can it?
For example, you know, like the cockerel. You know, I really like about the cockerel.
Yeah.
So when there's food, the cockerel doesn't eat straight away. He lets all his hens eat first. Mm-hmm. And if there's a fox that comes, he's going to stand between the hens and the fox. He'll die for the hens. It's
common sense.
The cockerel doesn't say to the hens, go in front of me. I'm running away. He fights.
Because the ultimate thing you can do is give up your life. The man always have to bear the ultimate sacrifice.
Mate, I don't know what men you're talking about nowadays, but there's very few of those around now. Yeah, men have changed. You know, I was looking at the protest march, right? Like there's all these men going, you know, fuck Palestine, I heard them, right? Fuck Palestine. I was actually in London for my birthday bash and we were driving past.
Did it say fuck Palestine?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Some of the guys protesting.
Tom Urban's sister?
Yeah. And the way Israeli.
Maybe it's a few, it can't be everybody.
Not everybody. Just a few.
Yeah.
And cans of beer at 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, I was driving past them, and they had all the swagger. You know, you can see the swagger when they're walking like that. I was thinking, like, where was the swagger during lockdown? Where when they came for you and your family and wanted to inject you, you know these football lads when they're fighting. Oh, I'm gonna mess you up. I'm gonna beat you up. All these people. Where were these guys when the government came for you and your family and told you can't work? All that bravado just disappeared and went out the window.
You're 100% correct. But let me say this, bro. You know, during COVID, I seen some of these guys, like one of them is like one of my best friends. That's my brother. He used to tell me, Remeece, I was a football hooligan. A lot of these guys are misled, bro. They've been misled by people like Tommy Robinson. And I'll tell you why I say that. And I'm going to repeat this, but you're going to understand what I'm saying. If your country is being taken over by the World Economic Forum, WHO, and they're telling you can't spend cash, you can't travel when you want to, you can't do this when you want to, that's a complete takeover. That is the time to fight for your country. But the person who is leading those people, he's not telling them that. He's distracting them from, he's giving them something to fight for. I'm playing on their emotions. You understand? A lot of them guys are good guys.
Now, this is what I say.
A lot of them are good guys. They're just being misled, my brother. You understand what I'm saying to you? This is why, like, it's like, I look at it, I'm like, how can some of these dudes not say it? But you can't use fire and fight fire, brother. You can't use fire and fight fire. You have to realize that a lot of them youths, I've seen them during COVID. I've changed a lot of them lives. They come around me, they're like, Remeece, don't drink. I used to work in the clubs where they give me the drinks for free to give the girls. That's how I used to work. I used to bring girls in the clubs, get the girls in for free, I give the girls free drinks, the guys spend. That's how these clubs work in Mayfair. Okay? So for me to have that strong will of having alcohol for free around me and I don't drink, that shows you. So when these guys come and they see that, you can't change people that quickly. These guys are grown up to and seeing these, you know, it's grown up around sexual immorality where the girls start having sex from an early age, and it's not hard to have sex with anybody. Everybody's just having sex with each other, and everybody's taking drugs to drown their sorrow. They don't have a direction. You understand what I'm saying? They call it booze. You understand what I'm saying? Let's have a little kiss. And, you know, you meet, that's why I said earlier on, my daughters have been raised to be wives. Because in Britain and in most of the European country or the West, you meet a woman, you can start kissing her straight away. They don't know any better, brother. You understand what I'm saying to you? I used to be part of that where I meet a girl, I just want to have sex with her and blah, blah, blah. We're men, right? So I was misled as well. You understand what I'm saying to you? But I realize now that, no, I got it. Some people are at different stages. Me, I'm at the stage where, that stage where I'm telling you about, I'm raising my daughters to be wives, without getting into too much of explaining it. But people will get it. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to take, even these guys, you see them doing that. I don't hate them. I'm just trying to get their attention. I'm like, oh, brother, this is what they're doing. But my skin color telling these guys this is like, oh, you're part of the problem as well, because you're foreign as well. You understand? This is when I know like something is really wrong. That first march that Tommy came back and did, I was sat on a bike and this guy was like, oh yeah, you're the kind of people that we like. You know what I mean? You're doing some work and blah, blah. He never heard me speak before, but the color of my skin was black. So he don't even know if I was born here. So this is when it hit me. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So it's a white supremacy thing. And I think you guys should just say that. You know what I'm saying to you? You accept and you kind of tolerant. What you're just tolerant racist. I call them a tolerant race. You tolerate some people, but when shit hits the fan, like the Palestine and this and that, when shit hits the fan and all of this immigrant stuff, you know what I mean? It's and let me be clear. These people have a right to fight for the land that they was born in. They have a right. You can't come to a man country and tell him he ain't got a right to do this or do that. But you have to know how to do the right things by trying to do right.
I'd say the vast
You understand?
majority, but I'd say the vast majority of people in this country are not racist.
Yeah.
Vast majority.
Yeah.
Really,
It's misled, my brother.
it's exaggerated. And genuine people who are just frustrated and can't
Yeah.
make sense of the world,
Yeah.
are being either misled
Yeah.
or tricked into these false heroes.
And that's exactly what it is. And this is why I was talking about these guys talking about they want to unite the kingdom. First of all, my brother, this is why most of the people doing it are Caucasian white people. This is why most of them doing it. You have a few black people that don't really understand what's going on, and they
What do
just
you mean? What do you mean?
this Tom Robbins protest and unite the kingdom stuff, because you know what the narrative is. You know what the problem is. They're bringing over these people and they're showing you. They're showing it in the media. They're doing it for a reason. Why the media didn't show that we marched 2 million people during COVID?
100%.
They said only a few thousand. There's a reason why. Because
Most of the time,
perception is everything.
most of the time they didn't even mention the marches.
Exactly. It's for a reason.
It wasn't in the news.
Yeah. Because if, for example, if they show that, you would have probably like, hold on. That's me. Fuck. London. This perception is everything.
If you're in the media,
Understand?
that's by design.
Exactly.
Like they talk about all these people like Graham Lynham got arrested for hate speech and blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
what? Who cares? It's all fake. When the hospitals kicked me out, I wasn't in the news. No one said, "Oh my God, consultant surgeon, doctor, 25 years, kicked out of the hospital for speaking out against COVID." You never heard that. But did you hear that?
Hey, listen.
So when you're in the media, it's all a show. It's theater. It's for a reason. It's propaganda.
Let me tell you
That's
something.
why I've got these pictures, by the way.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. It's God's journey anyway. It's not your and I journey. But if you was there that time and you got kicked out as a surgeon, you would have been around us them time. That would have been your favorite moment in your life.
Party time.
Brother, don't you see the people that was around us? I need to, brother, listen, I'm going to show you some videos, King. There's crazy amount of video. Brother, we family. Black, white, Asian, everybody. We family. Like you couldn't touch one of us. You touch one of us, you touch all. You understand? You couldn't touch none of, bro, it was like we was let out of a zoo, brother. I swear, brother, doctor, it was the greatest time in my life. It was really the greatest time in my life. You know what the mainstream media say?
Because you found your tribe.
Brother, you know what the mainstream media say on Channel 4? I got that video. They created this documentary on Channel 4, the first one. They said, that's Remeece. He's the leader of the foot soldiers. They said, they are forming unlikely alliance. Because me, this big Jamaican, this big loud Jamaican, and people like Pierce Corbin, they have scientists.
And Nacho.
You have scientists, you have doctors, you have some posh people who you would never, this is what I say, unlikely alliance. And we're there like having the greatest time of our life. We're free. Who gives a I didn't even think about it. It's when they said that I was just busting out laughing when I seen in the documentary they showed me and these scientists and these doctors and these high profile people, and then there's Remeece. I was like, yo, and you have Jennifer, crazy friend Jennifer, you have these. Oh man, listen, these memories are made. Like when we used to go to the schools and all of us, and we were on the train. We start this train stuff. We was partying on the train, brother, and people was wearing masks. rush hour, we'd go on the train and with a speaker and I turn on the damn speaker. Mama, don't take the vaccine. On the damn train with people, everybody looking like that. I'm like, free up on yourself. And this is how it was. Bro, we was driving them mad. This is why they had to get rid of our pages.
Can you say out loud the lyrics of the Don't Take the Vax?
Oh, you want me to say it in
Come
English?
on, you can this. Come on, man. You can do it. Let's do it.
You have to ask twice. What do you mean if I can't do it? No. Mama. All right. So I must speak English so people don't understand. So, Mama, don't take the vaccine. Papa, don't take the vaccine. Brother, don't take the vaccine. Children, sister, don't take the vaccine. Children, don't take the vaccine. Kids. So I made, you see how they was doing it in the mainstream media with this COVID, deadly virus, take the vaccine. I combat that with make this thing repetitive. So I was speaking to the mothers, I was speaking to the granny, the grandfather, the mothers, the fathers, the sisters, the brothers, and I was speaking to the children, and I was speaking to the kids.
Yeah.
And I had that repetitive. And then I said, gangsters busting rifles from the east side. Yeah? When I say gang busting rifles, I'm speaking about knowledge. Gangsters busting rifles from the east side, Hancock. Matt Hancock trying to run and got his feet tied. He cried.
Yeah.
Run government from the seaside. We fight. Lockdown, ooh. Let he try. He'll die. Lyrically, I'm better than Jigga. Throw away the gun. Crime scene, get rid of. This is when we destroy the system. Get rid of the crime scene. Long time man a killer. Cut out your liver. Throw it to the dog and let them eat that for dinner. Who the fuck is you, Pfizer? I'm the darkest. Ask it. Chop up, wrap up. Moderna. Throw them in a basket. Wash it. Vaccine, I want it. 16, me blast it. Nah, miss the target. Walk it and attack it. Mama. And then I go into the second verse. The second verse said, your mask, ooh. There was force into mask. Your mask, ooh. I walk through. This is actually happening in real life with me and Nacho. The first, one of the things that went viral when I went to Morrison's in Peckham, and they was trying to get people to queue outside, and we said we're walking through that shit. So we watched, and the securities start panicking, and you will see that video where it mentioned Revelations 13 verse 16 to 18. This was June 2020. And I say, your mask, who me walk through, I walk through. You ask, who, I blast too. No kung fu, you big clown, your cartoon, your baboon. We are foot soldiers. We walk it. Foot soldiers, we not switch. We're not switching. Them ask, who is Remeece? Them ask rude. The media was asking, who is Remeece? Them ask, who is Remeece? They ask rude. Because the way they ask it, they ask that, who is this Remeece? They ask rude, I blast too. No vaccines around here. We not do. Pfizer, Moderna, you tools, you fools. My body, my temple, my choice, my rules. Parents, start removing your children from school. Satanic race they're trying to create from you. The only vaccine are vegetables and fruits. Fresh air, which means fresh oxygen, fresh ginger, fresh orange, fresh roots. Mama, don't take the vaccine. So this is why this song was so powerful, because the words, some people didn't understand it because I was speaking Jamaican, but it still went viral because of the people.
Dude, that's amazing.
Brother,
it's amazing.
Brother, the people made this song go viral. The only peoples the peoples have is the peoples themselves. I went to the people. I went on the trains. I went where nobody wanted to go. We went on the trains. We was having fun. We didn't give a shit. You would have to kill us. You hear me? All of the public and all of that stuff, you would have to kill us. Because remember, they turned the public on us. These anti-vaxxers, we was a menace. You hear me?
Dirty. Remember, you were dirty. You were racist. You're misogynistic.
Yeah.
You were white supremacist. You were a Nazi.
Yeah.
You were stupid.
Yeah.
You were everything. You're everything. You're filthy, reckless.
But this
stupid.
is what it is. We didn't have an image. We didn't have an image. You can't slander us. You like when people say nigga, you this, you black bastard, you this. I'm free. You can call me a monkey all day. I'm a monkey all day long. What is a monkey? A monkey is a beautiful animal. Why is everybody trying to be a monkey? Why is people trying to turn their skin to look like a monkey? I'm a monkey. You cannot break me mentally. Especially during COVID. I'm free. And this is what we bring to the... Sorry, brother. Sorry. This is what...
breaking my shit.
Sorry. Because I'm remembering the thing, and I'm so many of the people faces. Bro, majority of the people in the movement was Caucasian white. This is why nobody can get me to be racist. That's why nobody can get me to not go to a school where there's 99.9% white children. You can't. My wife is white, but you piss me off. I become... You piss me off and don't understand what these British Empire and all of these wicked people do. Don't enforce wickedness. That's all. The only people we have is ourselves.
100%. Yeah.
Stop worrying about flag and flag and being a countryman. No. Be a humanitarian. See your brother over there, sir. You understand what I'm saying? If you drop down right now and a man pass you and he's black, he's gonna come and fucking look after you. That's it. I figured it out. The only people we have is ourselves. We don't have the government. I don't pay for energy. I don't pay for council tax. I don't pay for water. You think I'm joking? I'm living this life, you know, my brother.
No, I believe you.
I'm living this life. Listen, if everybody stopped doing that, this is why I always shout out Stacey World Rocks. You know, Stacey, you have to interview Stacey World Rocks, brother. Stacey is one of the people who is pushing, she's been pushing against this, paying for these bills for years. Stacey World Rocks, you have another brother named Dane. He win in court, actually, against the government. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of our people out there who are serious. One more thing, I'll give you the floor. If people want to say, you know, when people say, free Palestine, oh, you say free Palestine, but you're still paying these bills. You have to stop paying these bills. You have to get serious. If you stop paying for this energy, if you don't know how to, come learn it. It's not hard. Just remove the fear. Understand that you're not a corporation. Because a corporation means corpse. It means dead. I'm not dead. I'm a living man. You understand what I'm saying? Living woman, living man. Energy cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. It's God-given. You don't need to pay for it. But you're not refusing to pay for it. You're lawfully refusing to pay for it. Because every single thing, like, you know, freedom of information requests, when you ask for this, they have to provide it for you. Prove my liability to pay for these things. How can you put a meter on a energy and said, this you use up 200 pounds electricity this month? How does that make sense? Because the energy is like the air you breathe. You can't put a patent on it. You can't put anything on it to time it. It's naturally occurring. It's always coming. It's always giving out energy. So you can't put a meter and say you use 200 pound meter, 200 pound electricity. The house I'm living in, I've been living in for 3 years. They've been sending me letters. This new house I was living in 3 years now. I didn't contract with them. I don't even go through the process of contracting with them. I don't call them to say, come put on my electricity. I'm using electricity. If they come and they remove it, I don't open the letters neither. Because everything is contract. You have to sign it and I have to sign it. That's how contract work. You can't force me into a contract. And that's what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying to you? So if people start doing these things, they take note. All of this going to the protest and say free Palestine. Palestine will be free if you stop paying your money to these people that is killing your people.
Well,
because you're paying for them to kill your people.
Chris Cloverdale talks about this. It's basically our taxpayers' money that's paying for their bombs and their recce flights and everything.
Better believe it.
It's very, very, very sad. Right, listen, I'm going to play something, okay?
Yeah, brother.
All right, hold on a sec. Hope this works.
I'm in the booth again. All right then. Yo, mama,
Don't-
don't take the vaccine. Take it. Papa, don't take the vaccine. 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 Brother, don't take the vaccine. Sister, don't take the
Win
vaccine.
Beacon's feeling,
Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Children, don't take the vaccine. Kids, don't take the vaccine.
Spill.
Don't take the vaccine.
No,
Don't
no,
take the
no.
vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take it. Youngsters busting rifles from the east side. Try run and get him feet tight.
Run, go far.
Government up on the seaside. We run lock down, ooh. Let he try, he die. Lyrically, man, mother than jigger. Show where the vaccine get rid of.
No, I mash up the studio,
Show it to the dog and make them young that for dinner. Who the fuck is you Pfizer, me the dark? Who the fuck? Chop up, rock up, Moderna in a basket. Wash it, vaccine no want it. 16 me blast it. Nah, Mr. Target. Walk it, me target. Mama, don't take the vaccine. Papa, don't take the vaccine. 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 Brother, don't take the vaccine.
Dr. Malik's a warrior, you know.
Don't take the vaccine. 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 Children, don't take the vaccine. Kids, don't take the vaccine. Don't
Take
take
on
the
a blood
vaccine.
clot.
Don't
Look
take
at all
the
those little
vaccine.
children.
Don't take the vaccine. Don't take it. Your mask,
Your ass, oh, my blood. You be close, you can't run back. Foot soldiers, we walk it. Foot soldiers, the box. Who is Remeece? Them ask you the blacks too. No vaccines around here. Some of them need tools, you fools. Parents start removing your kids from school. Satanic ways they want to create from you. The only vaccine, vegetables and fruits, fresh ginger, fresh greens, fresh.
Mama, don't take the vaccine. Papa, don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine.
You're mad.
Don't take the vaccine. Sister,
Beautiful.
don't take the vaccine. Don't
Listen
take
to the end.
vaccine. Don't take the vaccine.
Listen to the end.
Don't take the vaccine.
Listen to the
Don't
end.
take vaccine. Children, don't take the vaccine. Kids, don't take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine.
White.
Don't take the
Latino.
vaccine. Don't take the
Don't
vaccine.
take it.
Don't take it.
The only people.
The only people have is the people themselves. You hear
You
me?
hear me?
The only people have is the people themselves.
Oh, brother.
Trick O, full O.
Trick O.
Don't take the poison.
No to the poison.
Don't take the poison.
Oh, there's Andreas
2020.
Bickley as well.
That's my brother.
I love Andreas. Dude, how good was that? You're awesome. Andreas Mickley, I love that guy.
Hey, listen. Alright, I'll tell you something. You know, the first time I see Andreas, well, the first time I see him was in the park, May 16, 2020. But scratch that. I didn't know him then. I just remember some big people walking through the park that time. But let me tell you something, yeah. I want to make sure I speak, bro, real. Because I get this thing, this flashback. I see, you see, like how you hear that song and you see my energy, and I'm like, I'm in that mood to fight for our people. And I see a video with them holding this brother. You seen that video? I'm holding down the brother. And when I look at the brother face, the brother was like angry. It's that thing, that look, that I know that look, where you ain't gonna you're gonna have to take me dead. And I was angry. I wanted to be there. But then I said, I was like, that's my brother. And then I think it was January or February 2021. Me and Andreas organized something in his area and I went there. and we was marching on the street. He can give you the history of that.
He's like a James
But,
Bond jumping out of his plane.
listen.
He's fearless.
Listen. Andreas, for me, Andreas, I want to give him an honest people that when I look at them, Andreas, Dolores Cahill, Jennifer, Sandra, Nacho, Piers. There's a lot of people. But even Wilsey. Now Wilsey from Resistance GB. because I physically, there's so many people, but I physically seen these people stand up in a way where I can relate to it. Like, did Nacho tell you about the time when he put the megaphone up to the police station? It's stupid anyway. But he didn't give up. He didn't care no more. These are the kind, bro, you'd have to go back in time when police was chasing us down and doing all kind of stuff to us, trying to force us to conform. And we was like, no. And even a lot of the guys that was with Andreas that time, you know, they wasn't really with it. You know, they wasn't really with it, you know. But Andreas was with it, and that man he could have lost his gym. He could have lost his money. Because me, I've put myself in people's shoes. And yeah, that's one of the brother, like, I'm emotional. Some things, like, when I see, and I don't think he really understand it neither. I don't think he really understand, like, what he did. I don't think he really understand. You know, like, you can see, like, you a certain type of person, and you can see when somebody do something, and like you talk about, a lot of people are fake, yeah? And a lot of people are not really real. Like, we was talking offline about certain things. Obviously, we're not going to talk about that. But you can tell, you can't buy, you can lock, like I said, back to locking up our money in a big brother house. First week, everybody's fake, but then everybody have to prove themselves. COVID time, everybody had to prove themselves. COVID time was a time when everybody had to prove themselves. Andreas was not fucking about. You hear me?
It was a great test. It was a big test. I don't think it's going to be the last test. I think there's more coming. I think there's something in being planned, a big war, a big crisis, a big false flag. And I think people need to be aware and be ready for whatever's coming, and they're going to try whatever they use to push the digital ID, because they know people don't like it. They know people are resisting to it. So they're going to have to push something very big and nasty. They're going to try and whip up emotion and division and hatred. People are going to have to stay calm and cool and realize everything on the news is fake. It's engineered. And we need to remember to love each other, our humanity. And like you said, we have to be there for the people. And not fall for their tricks. People fall for their tricks. That's the problem. We need to stop that. And we need to say no. Whatever they come with, we need to just say no. En masse, say no. It's not going to happen.
Well, I can tell you something here. It's funny you should mention that. And it's just funny how you say that at the same time you mention Andreas. Because you know Andreas have 3 children now. You know that, right? So
I was on his podcast and he was sitting there.
Yeah, I know. I watched both of them. So I'll tell you something. Am I ready? I don't know. Brother, I know this might sound, I'm being dead honest with you. I got 2 daughters and a wife. And I'm trying to make some money to get my farmland in Jamaica. Think when you have your little ones, then you still have to think really strategically. right? Because you can't just think for yourself no more. But then I was ready to die. But I would like to see my children grow up to at least 18 years old, and then I'm ready to go. Am I the same Remeece? Not 100%. Because of my daughters. So I would like to ask Andreas that as well, and a lot of other serious brothers that I know.
But what I would say is, you're being very honest. If I didn't have my children and my wife, I would be 100 times more like out there. Like, but the thing is, I do have my children and my wife, so I have to think about them. But a lot of what I'm doing
is for them,
and the sacrifices I've made is for them, because I see the way things are going, their future is not going to be good. I think what it should be is every generation should hope that the next generation has a better life than they had. But the way things are going, my children are going to have a worse life than the one I had. I grew up in the 80s. I'm quite old. Grew up in the 1980s and 1990s. I had a pretty good life, pretty free education, good food, I didn't suffer. I wasn't in bombs or wars or anything like that. But my children's future, I'm worried about the freedoms that they will have. Already children are being indebted from university. They have rubbish jobs. They can't buy a house. The relationships between man and women are being strained. Government is just overreach. The tax burden. I want their life to be better than the one that's being made out to be. And that's why I'm fighting for them. And yes, I know you're dad now and things are different, but I don't think your fire in your belly has changed much. You're still going to fight for them, but maybe in a more tactical, strategic way.
I'm going to tell you what I mean by what I just said. I'm going to try to explain it. When I say during COVID I was ready to die, I'm not just saying it for the fun of it. I was ready to go to prison. I was ready to die. My mind ain't trained like that right now. You understand what I mean? So I know what the agenda is and how the agenda set out. And I know that what they have planned for us, this is why you don't see me doing outreach no more. Because I'm either 100% in or I'm not in. I'm like that. I can't go out there and just because I know the steps that they're gonna take. And the steps that they're gonna take is they're gonna try to force you not to travel. They're gonna try and take away your children. There's a lot of things that goes on into this social credit system. Sorry. And I might have to take people's life from them. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to get too, I don't want to say too much, yeah? But because they start use this word called radical, yeah?
So what are the acts of resistance? How can...
The acts of resistance is what I'm doing right now.
No, what would you recommend to people? Like, how can they fight?
Stop paying for these bills. Stop, everybody. First, stop paying for stop paying for electricity, stop paying for water, stop paying for council tax, stop paying for these parking, congestion charge, stop paying for these things. But stop doing it lawfully. Stop talking about it and do it.
How do you do it lawfully?
You can go to Stacy World Rocks.
What's her? Has she got a website?
Yeah, Stacy World Rocks. You can find her on Telegram.
Stacy Where Rocks?
World. Stacy
World.
Sorry.
No.
Stacy is STACEY World, one word, WORLD.
I found her. Yeah.
You find her on Telegram. She's not the only one doing it, but she's consistent. If we start doing this, you understand what I mean?
I love it. I found her Instagram page, right? I'm just sharing it now so people can see it. Stacy's World Rocks. Fuck the system. Stop paying and reclaim council tax, energy, water, TV license payments.
She's not the only one. There's a book everybody need to buy.
Oh yeah, what's that?
It's a book called, it's on my Instagram. But It's by a guy called Dane. If people go on, my Instagram is deactivated now, but it's this guy. He basically tell you about it in a book, exactly how to stop paying for council tax.
All right, tell me afterwards. I'll put in the links in the show.
Yeah,
notes.
I'll send it to you. Yeah, if I can open my phone now, but yeah, I'll send it to you afterwards. Yeah, sorry, Dane, that I don't remember the book in my head.
Hi, me again. You're listening to the Doc Malik podcast. This show is 100% independent and fully funded by listeners like yourself. So if you wish to support Ahmed in all that he is doing, then please subscribe to his channel on Spotify or on his Substack, or simply buy him a coffee with one of the donation links which can be found at docmalik.com. Now, let's get back to the show.
So what's the name of the book?
So guys, please go and buy this book. It will teach you how to not pay for council tax. It's very, very simple. It's called De Jure. So Lore, if you go to LORE and then buy BY and then De Jure, DEJURE.com. So lorebydejure.com. And you see Beyond the Gate, which is a school, and then you have the council tax and all of that stuff.
Lore by de jour. LORE.
Yeah, by
And DEJOUR.
No. DEJURE.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
All right, okay. And who is this person?
It's called Dane. He was on a podcast with this guy, this well-known guy as well. This bald-headed guy. I can't remember his name. You probably know who he is.
Richard Vobes.
Richard Vobes, yeah. He was on Richard Vobes a few months ago.
Yeah.
His name's Dane. Everybody go buy that book. Like, it's not a waste of time.
Really?
They can't touch you. Listen, they tried so much things to try to get me to pay for this stuff. They tried to they bring the little warrant at my yard. The warrant, kick off my door when I was doing outreach in Cornwall, when I was going to the schools in Cornwall. Kick off my door in London. Come back. Kick off my door, left the warrant in my house. And, So, yeah, I came back to London. I removed the meter, put my meter in, and just put the fake warrant in my file, and that's it. Ain't touched me since. Yeah, turn on your electricity all day long and use your electricity, brother. You don't need to pay for it. They can't do anything because the police. We know, first of all, people need to understand this and really know this and stop. Don't worry about the fear. They actually rent a room. I'm going to say it as Jamaican as possible. They rent a room in a courthouse. That's all they do. So when they send you a warrant or they send you a letter, it's coming from a courthouse address. Do you see how they play the game? So this is why I said we don't have the court. The only people we have is ourselves, because the court has allowed scam to happen against their own people. And that's all they're doing. So if people want to pay £300, £400, £500 a month for electricity, let them go ahead. But if you're serious about finding this thing, it's really not difficult. If you're scared of somebody sending you some letter pile up in your house, or what? You have to learn it, my brother.
I'm going to get the book.
You better get the book.
And I'm going to get the guy on my show.
You have to get
I'm going to reach out to him. I hope he says okay.
No, he will. He will, man. He will. He's a good guy as well. The way he explains things is just so simple, the way he explains things. And like I know this long time, but I've lost so many things, so many of some things that I used to do back during COVID. I don't remember a lot of them. Like the lawful stuff and things like that, Because, with COVID, it was very intense for me. It was every single day thing for me. Obviously it was different because I was fighting, for God, for Jehovah God, because of the scar in my stomach. And this is why there's certain people that just never leave my mind. You're talking about the people like Andreas, you're talking about the foot soldiers, you're talking about the nachos. Nobody can say anything bad about these people. That's why I never voted in my life. Boy, Andreas, you're the one who made me vote. I've never voted. I'm very serious. I don't vote, but I vote for Andreas. That's how much respect I got for bro. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
All right, listen. Final question of the day. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for coming today.
You're welcome, brother. You're a warrior, by the way.
Yeah, I know
I
that.
want to look you in your face and tell you you're a warrior, by the way. And I want to tell you,
hold on, let me record it. Say that again.
I want to tell you you're a warrior, by the way. And I want to tell you I appreciate you. Yeah, I don't do the fakery. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate you. And I don't think people truly, really understand. You're a surgeon, King. You remind me of this brother in Cornwall. I met him as well. They trying to get rid of him as well. Can't remember his name. I'm very bad with memory. But to be a surgeon, you're talking about earning good money,
Do it a lot.
right?
Yeah.
And for you to give that up for this, King, it shows. I know it sounds like a cliche, bro, but this is what I keep telling people. You have to respect the real people. Not the people just talking about it, it's the people actually doing it. So I don't think I've ever said that to you online. I wanted to see you and tell you,
Thank you.
I appreciate what you're doing and what you did.
And
Yeah.
I really appreciate you saying that. And it's
Yeah.
not like I'm from a rich family and I've got tons of money and I can give it up.
Yeah.
Dude, I grew up in Scotland, very poor family, didn't have
Mhm.
any money, spent most of my life with no money or in debt. And only when I reached 40 did I start making money.
Wow.
And then by the time I was 48,
Yeah.
it was party time was over. So I had 8 years where I started making some money.
Yeah.
And then, actually not 8 years because of COVID, it's less than 6 years. 6 years where I was making money. And then, I had to give it all up. It's like, it's fine. I'm just back to where my normal life has been, which is not much money. But it's fine. I'd rather have a very old car. You've seen my car. It's very old. It's 12 years old. I'd rather my kids didn't go to private school. I'd rather, we go to Cornwall actually for holiday because my in-laws live there. It's just a free holiday to Cornwall.
Yeah.
You know, you can live a simple life. But I think I'm more wealthy in health, in love, in purpose. A lot of my ex-colleagues, they're materially wealthy, but they're miserable. They're empty inside.
You know, one of the things I respect, I don't mean to cut you,
That's right.
but I know we soon finish, so I just want to get this off. You have integrity because you respect, you did your research and you find, the real people that fought this damn agenda. Yeah. A lot of people know, but they won't try to invite you to come on the podcast and all that kind of stuff because they're just trying to get more views and blah, blah, blah. Like a few years ago, you'd get crazy amount of views for me coming on your podcast. But you respect the grassroots people. You have Dirty Monkey. You have Andreas. You have the real people. You find these people. So you're not trying to just get some clickbaits and shit like that. Have you been hoping? You got to get these people. They're real.
Give me all the details.
Hope in Brighton. Hope.
No, I've heard of that. Yeah, the place.
No, do you know the people that runs it?
No.
You have to find these people.
Really?
These people are from the beginning. Yeah, I love them. Yeah, I love them.
But this is what I'm trying to do.
Grassroots king.
I'm trying to give a voice to all the people that are now forgotten or never got the airtime. By the grace of God, I've now got a very large platform, a lot of listeners. I want people to know about you guys.
Yeah. People know, me, I would never be out of the people's head. I would never be out of the people's head. But there's people that, unfortunately, just because they wasn't loud and they didn't sing I don't take the vaccine or they didn't do certain things. But these people, they They did a way more than majority of these people.
Unsung heroes.
I'm telling you, King.
Well, I want to know about these unsung
I
heroes.
know you do, brother. That's why I'm mentioning it. That's why I'm telling you. I want to see you and tell you, I respect you, King.
Thank you. And you know what the best thing is?
Yeah.
Just create WhatsApp groups and introduce me to all these people.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
No, I'll just introduce you because for me, one of the things is I just stay out of groups.
Oh no, me too.
Yeah.
Or just give me their numbers or whatever. Dude, I'm the same. I can show you my phone. I'm not in any group. I'm tired of being in groups. I just do everything on my own.
Yeah.
That way you can't get captured. You know, you just.
Yeah.
I just live in my little bubble.
Because it's too much. It's too much things. You know, I mean, I'm just. That's one of the other things when I was doing outreach. Everybody was reaching out to me, but people forget that like I'm just one person. G, you understand? Especially when I had my daughter. That's why I'm glad God kind of removed me from that position that He gave me. Because once I get into something, I'm lost in it. You know what I mean? And like I said, I have to. Don't get me wrong. I'm still doing I'm supporting people here and there. But if I'm gonna do outreach, I have to do it on a level where the government have to pay attention, and the media have to pay attention, and the people have to pay attention. Because I'm really trying to destroy this shit. That's my mindset.
I want to do the same. Trust me.
Yeah.
I want to destroy this shit.
Brother, you're doing a lot, man.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
Right, listen. Final question.
Yes, King.
You're on your deathbed, about to meet your maker, and before you do, you have all your loved ones around you. Don't worry, it might be a very long time from now. But before you pass on and meet your maker, the creator, what words of wisdom and advice would you give to your loved ones, your daughters, your grandchildren?
Don't cry if I die doing God's work. Cry if I die not doing it. It's the same thing I told my mom February 2020 when I told her about Revelations 13:16-18, Revelations 14 verse 8 to 12. I said, don't cry if I die doing God's work. Cry if I die not doing it. And remember that one of the verses from the Lord's Prayer. Give us this day our daily bread. It's something that is in my family, in our home, me and my wife and my two daughters. When I die, I die. You know, one of my friends, she died a few years ago. This lady, I didn't even know she had cancer. I'll be quick.
No, take your time.
And she came,
Take your
she
time.
used to come to Brixton and give me some food. She and her husband. Black woman, her husband is a white guy. Beautiful people. They used to come give me food. I was outside a Brixton station doing outreach and just hug me and tell me they love me and appreciate me. And I didn't even know she was sick. And I found out she died from cancer. They told me. And I went there. They had her body inside of the house. And I told everybody, come inside of the house where the body is. I was next to the coffin. And I know people was nervous. I said, no, come inside and sit down next to the coffin. That's our sister. We saw her a few weeks ago. She was walking and she was saying hello to us and hugging me. I said, because she can't move now, I'm supposed to be scared. No, just come inside the house. So I want to make sure like my children know that that's still daddy not moving. This is why my children ain't going to none of these schools. My children are homeschooled. Because I'm going to teach them every single thing. I'm going to teach them that they're not black. They're mixed race. They're black and white. Because this kind of brainwashing, because my wife is a white woman. So why should I tell my children they're black? Because the slave master that used to rape our mothers used to tell us we're black because they didn't want to have anything to do with anything. It was a shame for a white man to impregnate a black woman. But they used to do it by rape. This is how mixed race children was created, by rape. You understand? So because they didn't want it, it was a shame to, have anything black to do with them. They say, oh, you're black. No, you're mixed race. Be proud of that. There's no, like I said, there's no makeup in my house, in our house. There's none of that. My wife, she made deodorant. She made a deodorant called Be Fresh. People need to go check that out as well. BEA_fresh. People need to check that out as well. That's the only deodorant I use. I don't smell. It lasts me for like 48 hours. I don't smell. I don't have any, no risk of cancer. No, none of them toxins, none of that nonsense in it. If you sweat naturally, like you're supposed to. You're a surgeon, so these things. So we're unlearning a lot of these things that these people fed us. And I want the woman them to understand as well. Like when I'm talking about no makeup and all this kind of stuff, don't get into your feelings, because I'm the one who love you. I'm the one who can look at a woman and still get sexually aroused. When I look at my wife, I'm sexually aroused. I'm way more attracted to her. A lot of men want to see you put clown up your face, and that's how they're more attracted to you. If a man can look at you in your natural form with zero nonsense on your body and love you, and he get hard every damn time when he see you, that man love you. You understand? But I know it's backward, but we can do it. I'll just say, don't bring your children into the mental slavery. That's it.
Don't bring your children into mental slavery. And that's a great place to end.
Yeah.
Remeece.
You're such a good man, bro. Feel your energy, King.
That's important, isn't it?
Yeah, King.
Remember you said to me, oh, you know what? Do we have to do this in person? Can we do it online? I said, no, don't do that. Because I believe in energy.
Yeah.
You can feel the energy of someone.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah. You're glowing as well, King.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're glowing as well, brother.
I feel good. I feel healthy.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
God bless you.
God bless you, brother.
I, Ahmed Malik, am a private civilian protected by the Geneva Convention. My Substack, social media posts and podcasts are my personal experiences, observations and opinions. This information is for educational purposes only. Although I am a doctor, I am not your doctor, and I am not providing medical or legal advice to you or to the wider public. I am not licensed or registered with the GMC or any other licensing board. The responsibility for the interpretation, due diligence and use of the information from my Substack and my podcast lies with you, the viewer and or listener. Please do your research and use your discernment. It is not my intention to harass, intimidate, offend, defame, conspire, blackmail, coerce, or cause anxiety, alarm, or distress to any man or woman, and the information presented here is done so with peaceful and honourable intentions. Enjoy, folks.